back. Wait. Something's up with the audio. Maybe the 14? 14? Maybe that's better. Alright. I should explain what the fuck we're looking at. This is the Prima Materia that I keep referring to. The Silver Queen, who represents water, earth, silver, and the moon, teaming up with the Red King, who is gold, fire, air, and red. I'm pretty sure that's it. Where he's the masculine traits of the human soul, she's the feminine traits of the human soul, later on when they merge together. So it's actually supposed to be like the acceptance of both of your halves. They are fighting a dragon together, and in alchemy the dragons represent the aspects of humanity. Let me look up which aspects. It's either like mind, body, spirit, like mind, body, soul. It's very important though. What do the dragon snakes represent in alchemy? Not the Ouroboros. See, that's a different snake. That's a different snake. It might actually still mean that. Representing the yang, active principle and divine power, while the serpent symbolizes the yin, the principle of reproduction and primordial water. Well, that kind of just gives it all away, doesn't it? So the mother would be Marika. She is referred to as the mother in the DLC. So that would mean the Bonnie Village snake, it was Marika's original lineage, as opposed to the dragons, right? The Yang, which would have been the giants and the gods in their eyes, the ones who made the mortal clay people that are the new men that Marika is related to, which would have also been the Albinaurics. Same thing with multiple names. Interesting. Alright, I made a save state. We're gonna follow the ley lines. We go up. We should talk to her and then turn around and see if we can go in here and then turn around. There's a lot of turning around right now. I am supposed to die if I am going off the hint from Yura's quest.
Everyone's been grafted. Everyone who came with me. They crossed the sea for me. They fought for me. Only to have their arms taken. Their legs taken. Even their heads taken.
Oh my god, the scavengers are grafting what they find onto themselves. Holy shit!
You become a chrysalis.
How did it take me so long to fucking realize that? Holy shit! The corpse water is the scarlet rot. So they are foraging in corpse water, finding little and large limbs from the pygmy. Holy fuck. The shaman weren't removed from 1.0. They evolved into the kindred of rot after they scavenged. Yeesh. And grafted because they're shaman. They're called shaman as well. Holy fuck. Holy fuck, they're called shaman. The underground horn people I'm talking about. They were the ones that were replaced by the chrysalids that I'm also talking about. Oh my god. Holy shit. So that's why they think they are blessed by rot, because they find all these limbs to make themselves stronger. Naturally grafting. It's it makes too much sense, and now I'm upset.
You're all on your own, are you? And heading to Stormvale Castle? Enticed by the one in the white mask, I suppose. Oh, you've come to be one with the spider? Well, that makes us two peas in a pod. But I don't have your courage. It's scary, you know, having your arms cut off. Or legs. Or your head. I want to be like everyone else, but I'm just too scared. I'm nothing but a craven.
Damn, that's actually really... Roderica's kind of hinting again towards what I'm talking about with the questioning of the religious order. The reason she wants to is because then she lends herself to becoming the Lord, right? The grafted, strong enough to become the Lord. But she's like, ugh, you know, she's like, that's unnatural and weird. So her instinct is to oppose it. She doesn't want to get grafted. But the religious order that she was brought up to follow here is like, yeah, you should want to be grafted. You should fight, but then if you're grafted, you know, oh well. Like that Godric's grafting people, he's the most loyal, except for Margit. That's why him and Margit are in the same castle, and Margit is defending him. Fucking nuts.
Oh, I know. Can you take this little one along with you? The poor thing deserves someone braver than myself. And the spirits look rather fond.
So is that what happened?
Glad of your company, I think, the little un.
Godric has just been protected by Margit the whole fucking time. That's crazy.
It was a pleasure to see you. Oh, can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle,
Okay.
tell them I love them. And that, despite my craven heart,
Okay, I need to go see if Ronnie
in their club soon enough,
shows up
I'm finally getting the
at the
hang of this
church
campaign.
after this cycle. Damn. She's like saying, I'm getting the hang of this thing that they taught me. This pain thing.
It was a pleasure to see you. Oh, can you pass on a message for me? If you see the little chrysalids in Stormvale Castle, tell them I love them. And that, despite my... I'm finally getting the hang of this whole pain thing, you know?
That also kind of hints that she's a spirit put into this new body, like Irina and Hyetta, Shabriri and Yura, right? Because she's like, oh, I'm finally physically feeling things again, you know, or like at all. I was led here, right? And then she gives you an astrologer jellyfish. Holy shit! It does go full circle. What the fuck? All right, let's follow the ley lines. If I'm right, then we should be guided. Not the guidance of grace, but where does the world take us, right? Right now it's saying cycle around. All right, so definitely want to go forward through this. There's a dirt path right here. Onto some bricks. Okay, so this is a double meaning. And now we finally get to explore the first meaning. Normally I'm showing off the second meaning, but now I get to finally explain So if you don't know about the shortcut right here, the bridge is out, right? So if you just look forward, you're like, oh no, the bridge is out, right? The bridge is broken, but obviously there's a hill right here. And a path coming from this hill. So you can actually go around anywhere, right? So despite the bridge being broken, it doesn't matter. The land healed itself, strangely. So now listen to what she says.
Bless you. Head to the foundation of gold tarnished. Traverse Rea Lucaria.
So go to the tree,
Stone even
then come backwards to Rea Lucaria,
unites the half
then get the half
the
crescents.
grand lift.
Again,
Oh,
you
but
just
the
listed it
bridge
backwards.
is collapsed and cannot be crossed.
But
Only, why should that matter? Stormvale Castle still stands tall.
Stormvale is still here as well. So this should be one of the last ones. She's listing it backwards. Go to the foundation of gold, traverse Rea Lucaria Glintstone, Eventide. Oh, but the bridge is broken, doesn't matter. Stormvale's still there. Right? Stormvale, Rea Lucaria, the foundation of gold, the tree. So she listed it backwards, notably. Why, again, does that matter? The first meaning is you get here and you just think, oh yeah, the castle's still here. I'm going to kill Godric and go through the castle, is what that means, right? Why should the bridge be broken matter at all? Stormvale Castle is still here. It still stands tall. If you look at it, there's a secret path along Stormvale, right where you're at, but you're supposed to leave Stormvale after getting all the way to the foundation of gold. So it's like the normal thing players would do is, oh no, the bridge is broken. I don't know about the shortcut. I'm gonna go kill Godric, go kill Renala, collect my 2 runes, go into the, you know, the tree, the foundations of gold, and then we're fine. You beat the game normally. You go, burn it however you want, kill Malekith, get teleported here, and you can beat the game, right? But think of how much shit we just skipped. Right? I mean, you go from here, you take the lift up, you do that. You don't skip this, but you skip all of the consecrated snowfield, the Halig tree, underground, this entire area, the poison swamp, Rykard, Ronnie's quest, most half quests related to this, like, Rea Lucaria area. There's so many things that you missed. The fucking Hyeda's quest, Radon, right? You don't. That's how you can beat the game, but that's not how you beat the game. If you do what she says backwards right now, which is the forward path, you fuck everything up. So, you're not supposed to listen to the prophets until the world is turned upside down, because they're speaking backwards, right? That's your hint. Turn around, follow the ley lines. Actually, I kind of want to know what the fuck is over here. Okay, that's definitely it. You see Coliseum. Oh, there's a dirt path. Tell me this goes down to the Coliseum. Alright. I didn't even know about that path. Okay. I've been wondering when to go here. I think we have to get turned around by Margit. Actually, I think that's just when it's supposed to turn you around, because you're kind of facing this way no matter what. So if you just follow the road up and then turn around and do this naturally, you hit Bernal. Alright, yeah. Oh, I got turned around. God damn, it's loud as hell. Turned it down so many different ways and still like, holy shit, my ears. Okay. There was a spirit here wondering when they would be able to open the door. So I think it's odd that you can just walk up and open the door. The whole point of this, like, look at all the dust falling off and stuff, is like no one has opened this, and like no one has participated in Colosseum fighting since the age of Horaloo, and you just walk up and open the door. Okay. I want a secret PvP dungeon where you have to be flagged for online invasions to be inside of it. That would be fucking dope. And a lot of the areas are just open arenas where someone is designated to invade you. That would be sick, actually. Alright. This makes so much more sense, dude. Strangely walking the path backwards. Bernal's shack was always a weird location to wind up, because you have to like turn around twice. But hitting a dead end and turning around, because you don't want to trigger everyone's quests. Oh, she was talking backwards, which is your hint of turn the fuck around. Duh. I'm glad I didn't even piece that together till afterwards. I just was like, I know if I go forward, I fuck everyone's quests up. You know, I'm not sure.
Honest to a fault, I see. Such thoughts won't behoove you as a tarnished, but there's nothing wrong with that. Interest in bearing the torch of my battle arts. All I know is the sword. Picked up a fair few tricks in my time, too. Now's the time to pass 'em on. To a good tarnished like you.
Now it's too quiet. It went from like, this is way too loud to, okay, what is he saying? I was reading the subtitles because I couldn't hear him. I did catch what he said, but
There's a myriad of battle arts in these lands that I've yet to discover. Mementos of all the warriors who raised their arms in battle, lost and
okay, so that's why he wants to fight.
all told of true chivalric romance. That's how I fell in love with the
Yeah, okay, well he literally, okay.
arts of combat. It grants
But I mean, that's why he invades you and joins Volcano Manor.
to death itself.
Okay.
Well. Oh, not had your fill, eh? Well,
Try night. Agreed. Is it not night right now? Renal, you gotta work with me, dude.
hello. Here to learn a battle. Well,
What the fuck? There's supposed to be an invasion that takes place at night here. I've done it before through passing time, so I know you can. Oh, there it is. Where's Bernal? You're not Bernal. Okay, well, you know what? Fair. It's telekinesis. That's telekinesis, Kyle. Okay, he can throw his sword. It's best to get close to him and behind him, get him to shield slam. Alright, ow. Jesus, I just need to pop the health off real quick. Alright. Come back towards the shack because I don't want you to teleport away. Wind up behind him, get him to shield slam. Shield slam. What the hell is happening? I don't have my camera on, so I won't complain about which input was eaten. But I'm gonna change to my other weapon now. I got to like wait a day. Get up and then sit back down. Yep. All right. I needed this stamina. Whew. You're not Bernal. Who are you kidding? Actually, are they wearing like the same armor? Like, where is that guy's armor? Oh. Not really. Oh shit, kind of though. If you remove the blood stains in the red, the lion is not just made of the same kind of metal, but it's the same kind of engraving as the chest, his chest piece and his like leg plate, not his like feet, but what the hell, like the hip plates and his shoulder pads. Like this guy's shoes match Bernal's set better than Bernal's shoes, which is weird. Like, look at the trim. That's weird. He's just covered in briars and blood. The rest of this set matches the... Does it match the feet? Yeah. Trying to look at the shin. Bernal's in like full plate. I'm in like... not even half plate, like chainmail. What's up with the mask? This reminds me of Blasphemous. Battered iron helm from a foreign land, worn by Elemer of the Briar. The winding, rusted iron briars are a mark of the guilty and typically indicate a sentence of death. They also cause this armor to deal damage when performing dodge rolls. Elemer murdered numerous instructors and merchants and was known as the Bell-Bearing Hunter. Okay. So this is like a representation of players who just go around killing everyone. Like whenever we get to an NPC and then there's a white spirit like attacking the spot to kill the NPC, those kinds of players, right? Because it's easier to kill them and just get their items all from the Twin Maidens. You don't have to journey far. You don't have to do a dungeon run, or if you missed a grace or something, you just teleport back to Round Table Hold. So that's how most people play. They just run up and fucking murder. Like, if I killed this guy and got his bell bearing, it would be easier than going all the way, like, after getting halfway through this area, losing him as a merchant, and having to go all the way to Volcano Manor to talk to him again, right? It's easier to just kill him, which is why I think, like, a lot of the quests have that kind of, like, you could kill the person for an item or allow them to live, like Siegmeyer has, like, multiple endings in very niche circumstances. Like, did he survive with more than half of his health? Did he survive but he didn't participate in the fight? Did he die during the fight? Or, you know, like, there's so many different conditions for the ending of his quest. He has 3 endings to his quest there. and then one of them moves on to a different ending where he dies further ahead and gives you a Titanite slab. But it's like some of them he survives a certain way, some of them he dies a certain way, right? And you can just kill him at any point before those endings too. So I think that's what, like, Siegmeyer's Quest is the best example of, like, do you want to get the item or do you want your friend to live? Which is a crazy player choice. Alright. So far, following the dirt path has been really good. I'm looking down at the floor. Like, if you're looking way off in the distance, that's good if you're at, like, the top of a hill, like this, right? Because now, look, I see, like, an item over there, some trolls back that way if I go backwards. So, it's easier to just circle around. I could go around and jump onto that from the other side. So, no matter what, I was going to be looped around to this camp. That's kind of great game design as well. And I think right here, there's a monument. Alright, so I'm gonna get the higher ground. Obi-Wan taught me well, so. Is there an item in there? It looks like. Alright. Take the leap of remembrance, right? That's what they called it in the tutorial. Or the remember your warrior blood. Is that supposed to be like, don't run from fights? Item. Oh shit, chest. Okay, cool. All that because I saw something shiny. Not even a blue. Ah. I was like, why is there so much writing right here? That's smart. This is fucking game design, dude. A spiral. Yeah, I almost made it. Supposed to turn around? You're just supposed to jump from above, but... Okay, it might be lore significant. It could just be a fucking mushroom. Or something I can't even carry, but I want to know what the hell it is. I spiraled up one way, you gotta go down and spiral up the other. I think that's the full story, right? Ooh. You happen to drop an item. Typically when there's a knight... Sorry, horsey. Yep. Ash of War, Golden Vow, and it's a blue item. So I got something that I might use for the rest of the fucking game. And also... it is important for the completion. If it's blue, you need it, because the key items are blue, right? Key. These are all blue. Every key you pick up is blue. Every single one of these items will show blue, if not legendary, right? So. You're gonna need them. Yeah, that is definitely the only way up, but what is this? A lance. Oh, that's cool. Oh, way more text than I thought it would have. Considered a type of great spear, this weapon has no blade, but instead features a long conical body. Conical? Conical? Conical?
Conical.
Conical. Designed to pierce. Though heavy and hard to wield, this weapon displays its worth in horseback combat, whether mounted or even on foot. Okay, so I was expecting like actual lore text. Well, fuck me. Yeah, you buff your allies and yourself with attack power and defense. And it's an Ash of War, which means I could just put it on my weapon. I don't have to have a stat requirement. This is really good. Like, now that I know that there's an Ash of War of this, get that. This shit's important. Especially if you're playing multiplayer. You can buff your, like, NPC summons too, so. Beast Crest Heater Shield. A medium-sized metal shield, easier to handle than a kite shield. Features a beast as its crest, serving to remind warriors not to succumb to the arousal of battle. Fight with passion, but become not its prisoner. Okay. Where's your passion? No, okay, they say fight with passion though, so. So jump down here, jump down here. This is definitely where it's telling me to go. Okay, so there's a guy there and he's pointing this way. There's definitely, this is 100% I don't even think I needed to jump. I didn't know where I was going for a half a second and then I saw writing on the floor. Okay. Still needs to be turned up like a little bit. Alright. Locked by some contraption. You have the key to the door up there, sir? No? Okay. No worries about it. Alright. Be wary of left, and then be wary of right. God, I love people. Oh, shit. Okay. Uchi Katana, that's fucking actually really cool. That's the first one of those I've got. And I know people really like that. Death, oh death. Do I jump down now? Oh, there's a serpentine. Serpentine. You won't get hit by any projectiles. Just run in a goddamn snake pattern. Oh, I should have followed my advice. Watch. Good luck. Fucking shooting me, kid. Good luck. Oh god, that's a lot of skeletons. Ow. It's no fair. He was up ahead. What am I locked onto? Oh yeah. Sorry about what's about to happen. Yoink. And don't touch that. Just walk backwards through the fucking through the game. It's gonna teleport you right here, right? You don't want to walk 5 seconds. Alright. Unthinkable. Our hallowed resting place is violated. To refuse the Erd Tree's call to return, to live within death. Sickening. Isn't that technically what we're all doing? Death root. Okay. Lots of broken giants around here. I remember there's a blue item, I just don't remember exactly which cliff has it over here. That's a real one. I'm gonna take a note from sword fighting with my nephew and just go for his shins and ankles, cause that shit hurts. You ever got hit full force with a fucking lightsaber in the ankle? That shit sucks. No drops? Alright, that means it's somewhere there. Okay, well. So he's sitting on a pile of giants. What is it you hold? Okay, Lance. Lore? No lore. I just like blasted through the entire 2 paragraphs. Doesn't say a fucking thing about any key locations or hint towards anything. Maybe it's a visual lore change. Do you guys know anything about lance users on horseback? I know I'm on a horse right now, but ow. Okay, I'll leave you to it. Oh wait, oh, you guys can probably see something up there that I can't. Do you mind if I just like bridge? Oh, wind. Thank you. Oh, and Alexander. I mean, I knew he was there, but you can clearly, very clearly see him. This map right here is a very, like a perfect double spiral.
Can you hear me? Help me! Oh, my stars! I'm so happy to see you. I am Alexander, also known as the Iron Fist. And as you can see, I'm stuck here. Please, can you help me out of this?
I'm gonna turn it up in game. Yeah, sure.
Thanks. 1,000 thanks. Just give me a good smack from the rear with something nice and big. And I'll pop clean out, I'm sure. Don't dally. There's no need to fret. I'm very well trained. Give it your all, I say.
Give it your all, I say. Maybe that actually, and turn it up. And then increase the volume in OBS for you guys of the game. It should be better. Alright. Actually, I'm gonna close that. Perfect. Perfect.
Come on. I'll pop clean out.
Hello!
Well played, good sir. Well played. Though that mighty wallop of yours almost spelled the end of me.
It looks like the land is telling me to go down this hill away from D.
Aye. Thank you.
Am I crazy?
And as a token of my appreciation, I'd like you to have this. Once again, pleasure is mine.
Now that I know what's inside of Alexander, him giving me some edible flesh is a little weird.
Iron fist.
What the fuck did he just hand me?
I journey to the east, where I intend to further my education in the ways of war. And beyond these lands lie the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid wilds. And upon their southern edge is Redmane Castle, in which a festival of combat is being held. I'd heard whispers of such festivities before. Doesn't the notion set your
What the
breast
fuck? Golden Foundation. Hold on, hold on. I just realized the order that they're listing them. Rhea, Lucaria, and they just say traverse it. They don't say go kill Renala. Then bridge. If you don't understand the broken bridge symbolism, you weren't here for the past couple of secret streams, so that's okay. Invisible path made by the astrologers. They're the ones who make the invisible paths, and the final path is a broken bridge. So a broken path, and it's connecting an ancient giant structure to an astrologer structure. So there is an invisible story in the game that connects you to that as well. Oh, I thought I accidentally attacked him. I just panicked so hard. Okay, bridge is broken, and then he says... but why should that matter? The castle's, Stormvale still stands tall. After going all the way there and back again. And then you bump into him here, and he says go east to Redmane. And then the next person we meet tells us to go to Garank. So that is the exact fucking lineup. That's crazy. So the broken bridge would have to be Negrito. Because it's where... Oh, no. Albedo? Traverse Rhea Lucaria. See, the problem is they have everything listed here, but they're missing a step. I guess Bernal. Oh, Bernal! Duh! He's the Volcano Manor. You would have met them before. So... just bumped into Bernal. Redmane. Or... Rykard. Question mark. And then... east... to Radon. That lines up with what the other people list. If you flip that over to the top, it would be Rykard, Lindell, Raya Lucaria, the Broken Bridge. Oh, and unite the two half crescents after Raya Lucaria. That's the Halleck tree. Alright. That's the path we discovered before. They're just now they're telling me to discover the path that I already discovered. I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. I just didn't talk to anybody. That's insane.
I'm heading eastward.
Well, I spoke to him. I just didn't truly listen.
On the southern edge of the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid Wilds. I've heard there's to be a festival held there. I'm heading eastward to Redmane Castle on the southern edge of the scarlet, rot-blighted Caelid Wilds. I've heard there's to be a festival held there.
I'm an idiot. I'm like, oh, I don't know where Negrito is. I don't know where Fia and the Deathblight is. I just killed one of the Black Knife assassins, and I'm about to bump into D and get there. I'm getting ahead of myself. Alright, there's definitely something over here. You guys have any items? You guys have any cool junk that you're not using? Damn it, what is he looking out over? It's either a death drop or another shortcut back. Fuck, there's there's an item down there. Oh, we needed that. We actually didn't need to drop because it's not a blue item down there. We needed the arteria leaf that I picked up just now and didn't see. Okay, can I just leave? This loops back around. I think the trolls are supposed to be a warning of don't go that way. Is that it? Okay, well. Oh. I mean, that looped perfectly. I didn't even know where I was for a second until I jumped down onto the grace. So... Got their attention with a dart. I'm here to end your suffering. Alright. Are we good? Alright, I'll take that as a no. Oh. You needed to kill him. Did he? That's crazy. This is environmental storytelling at its finest. So there's a bunch of dead nobles on the bridge here, and one of them is next to a sword broken in half, an arm broken off of a statue broken in half. So that guy probably hit him into the statue and broke it, and that's how this guy died. And it's funny because when you break these statues open, they drop the dragon smithing stones. So that's why he has the dragon smithing stone instead of the statue. That it would be inside. You looted off the corpse because he got smashed into the fucking statue. That's crazy.
Terribly sorry. Are you here as a
That's just funny though. Might as well just max it out.
I must apologise. I'm afraid I've very little to offer.
You're good. Alright. There's something on the hill over here. Yoink. Okay. It's very obviously leading you here after that.
Mistake is there. Death has left its mark once again. Ah,
There's an optional dialogue line, I think, if you already have Deathroot. So let's see what he says.
on those who live in death and weed their death root.
Yep.
Heed my warning. The village here has been touched by death.
That's his normal line.
Yet, it is home to a mariner.
Why is he so quiet?
Value your life, then go no further.
I can even see in OBS it's quiet. I just turned the volume up. Their voices are even louder now. Hold on. Pretty fucking loud, actually. Maybe that's better?
The village here has been turned back.
Okay, so he
Village here
doesn't
turned back.
he doesn't have a line of dialogue for that. So I see the ley line, but it's like I almost can't believe how laid out it is.
Here has been turned back.
Okay. So turn back while you still can. How many souls does this Tibia Mariner drop? What's it called? Summon Water Village. Summon Water Village. $2,000. Okay, yeah, we kill this. Actually, my friend Thopt, a Bluntstone, taught me that incantations and sorceries are the same thing. Because it's all the same shit. So I'm going to equip this. Actually, no. Let's try that out, huh? Bear Communion. Where's D's summon sign? Hold on. Don't mind me. I'm just looking for... Yep, we're going to the church. Where's D's summon sign though? It's not on the ground right there yet. Pretty sure we have to summon him. So behind this gate, which is a prison jail, are turtles. A serpent that would eat the world. Oh my god. Many questions. So Godric is heir to this land where there are turtles, right? I'm gonna look up the summon sign thing because it's just straight up not here. It's just not here. Tibia Mariner. So stay on torrent throughout the battle. I advise against that, actually. You don't want to get too far from it too fast because they will spam projectiles. Better to just attack and roll away, walk towards them to bait an attack, move out of the way so that they do miss, and then you attack into them all. That's pretty much my strategy every time. Doesn't always work, but most of the time. So wait. Where the fuck is the summon sign? You can summon D for this fight. Okay, noted. I need to look at where everyone can be summoned, because that changes a lot of things. Black Knife Catacombs and Tibia Mariner. I didn't know about that in East Liurnia. Okay, so maybe it was that one that you summon him? Is that the one I'm thinking of? Oh, he like shows up here after you defeat it. He doesn't get summoned. So... turn around. This village has been taken by death. You're goddamn right it is. My guardian angel. Mimic? Where the fuck are you going? He's guardianing. He's doing his job.
Another fool who won't listen to reason, eh? But with a prowess for weeding Deathroot. How would you like to earn the strength of beasts? If you're inclined to hunt more of those who live in death and weed their Deathroot, then I'll introduce you to Garank, the beast clergyman. I have a matter of my own to attend to, and the beast himself wishes for someone to take my place. What say you?
So that was a hint towards Rajier, which is where we need to go now. I'm not sure.
Well, alright then. No sense in forcing you. What now?
Sure.
Very well. Show me your map. I've marked the location for you of a hidden gateway. It will lead you to Garank.
The hell was that
beast
noise?
clergyman.
Pretty sure this is an optional spot for him, so you would need to talk to him here. If you didn't get him to show up here, you missed an interaction, which means you didn't go in the right order, which means you fucked up your playthrough, and you need to beat the entire game to restart if you're not doing branching save state paths like I am. Which I think is that's the joke. I think they know the only way to truly do this is either beat the game or do branching paths through save states.
Of my own to attend to. I spotted the mark of the centipede here in the village. An ill-omened symbol that should not be. Someone or something threatens the sanctity of the Golden Order and must be eradicated.
Huh. Okay. I'm trusting my eyes. Okay. There's a church. Turn around before it's too late. Is what he expressly told me. We'll come back here. Aww. What is up this way? Oh, this is the cave. Were you bumping Alexander, huh? This is his second location. Let's just... I should probably change my Ashavor. You just drank like 2 full Gatorade bottles, essentially. If you think about how your character drinks those and heals up your health, it's like, Jesus Christ. I guess not. When it's full, it would be like 10. So it would be like this. Okay, that seems like you drank a full bottle. Okay, wait. What does it list? Second location. Yeah, that makes more sense, right? As the second location. So now we come down here and we bump in Alexander. The landmarks, the natural landmarks, the structures, like the historical structures and the pathways, those are the ley lines. So, hello, friend.
I hadn't expected to see your face again. Are you heading to the Festival of Combat too? Oh, no need to be coy with me. Judging by the fine wallop you gave the old backside earlier, I would venture you're something of a warrior yourself.
I'm something of a warrior myself, tips Fedora.
Now, according to my calculations, passing through this road should lead us to the Caelid Wilds. But, however you slice it, it seems we've reached a dead end. I'm sorry to have raised your hopes.
Oh, is this where we then end Caelid? Is like circling all the way back through the entire fucking region and then trying to open this door for him before going? That's actually funny as hell.
Many great warriors reside within me, ever dreaming of becoming a great champion. It's my destiny, and the reason for which I quest. It is my ordeal, you could say. To test myself, to better myself, to fell ever greater foes. And then, one day, we'll be a single great champion.
Oh shit!
Greatest of them all. What do you think, eh? How do you rate my chances?
Really high.
I was created to be a... Many great warriors reside within me, ever dreaming of becoming a great champion. It's my destiny, and the reason for which I quest. It is my ordeal, you could say. To to test myself, to better myself, to fell ever greater foes. And then, one day, we'll be a single great champion. The greatest of them all. What do you think, eh? How do you rate my chances?
As I look back upon my 30 million runes and think of 30 million souls.
I was many. It's my destiny. It is my. And then what do you...
Holy shit. Alright. Tree, and then tree. What are you pointing me at with that? Tree, and then tree? Way the fuck over here? Whoa. And then tornado. Kenneth. Is that the way to Kenneth Height? Holy shit, it is, isn't it? Hold on. Yeah, you're looking at Kenneth right now, aren't you? Holy fuck! He's on that debris. So I would just need to do this. God damn, game design, dude. Did I loot those yet? No. I need every item in the game. It's not a path down. It's a path around, bro. What the fuck? Holy shit. That path of gravestones never made sense to me. And then you loot this. What the fuck? Because now you're going backwards, which would be the astrologers, death keepers. Holy shit. Like, what the fuck?
I've been waiting for you with bated breath.
Now we could turn this quest in.
To recapture my fort. Oh, excellent news. Just wonderful. And the knight's dead to boot. Well done, my friend. Well done indeed. I knew I was right to trust you. Now, here's your reward, as promised.
So he was okay with taking the fort and not killing the knight, which is actually really good. And also a hint as to what I've been talking about.
Right then. Time for me to head to the fort. I've much to do. First, I'll have to re-establish communication with the demi-humans. What's that look? You don't believe me?
Dude, that's such a good double meaning, Nefelilu.
Humans is made possible. Even the vulgar shall not be left behind under the rule of true order. Which is why I, Kenneth Height, next in line as the rightful ruler of Limgrave, have sworn to uphold it. Just you watch, my friend.
You're next in line?
Just you watch.
That's a hell of a thing to reveal in like the second to last line he says in the first area.
Yes. I've been meaning to ask. Would you like
to enter my service. I see bright things in your future, stout warrior.
If you ask me yes or no, I'm saying no first.
Service and learn the workings of the Erdtree's true order. And who knows? Perhaps some
Oh, well, actually, that does sound like a good...
the grace of gold will return to those tarnished eyes of yours. What say you? A fine accord, is it not?
I just want to hear what he says.
Excuse me? Well, such foolishness have I never held. Not that I can't sympathize with your choice.
Yep.
Such a miraculous manifestation of felicity is like to startle one such as yourself. Should you change your mind, do visit me at my fort.
Okay, that actually changes everything.
What is it?
It gives us a second reason to come back here. What the fuck? Was telling him no the right thing to do just now? Like, everyone keeps calling it foolishness, and then they're like, actually, that was smart. I'm like, what the fuck? Make up your mind, goddamn. When you say no to Selen, she tells you, actually, that's right, you should... Or if you tell her no, the first time, she goes like, what? That's weird. And then you listen to her, you hear her out, and then tell her no again. You say yes and then no. She's like, yeah, you're right. We actually should choose our masters carefully. It's like, wait, what? Like, you tell them no, and they're like, that's so weird. And then you tell them yes, and or you tell them no twice, and then they're like, actually, that was the true way to do it. Like, all of D, Blythe, or not Blythe, D, Kenneth, Selen, Melina, like, literally everyone that we've said no to, Bernal, he's like, you're, like, being so honest won't behoove you, right, as a tarnished, but you know what? That's kind of cool, is what he says. It's like, what the fuck? Like, every single person you say no to is like, that's weird, but actually kind of based. It's like, oh, wait. What? Like, Yura? I think the only one is White Mask Vare. I don't even think he gives you an option. Nomadic Merchant. Merchant Kale. So telling them no and then yes for every interaction, it actually changes everyone's personality, because they're more accepting of you, right? They're like, oh, actually, no, that was kind of cool. That little bit of dialogue changes everything about them. Wait, I can't talk to him. So now I have to go meet him at the fort. Okay, no, we're good. So is the secret that we're not done with Limgrave yet? Oh. Oh. Fina fucking Lee, are you serious? We get to travel up this road that I was like, why is this here? It's like the last way back up towards the beginning. So we go this way. And then down. We talk to Yura, then go to Patches, jump up here, or maybe go all the way to the end, come back around, jump up, and then we're done. We hit this up. There's so many things I could do, actually. I should... Blythe would be the next thing. Yeah. Yep. Because we're going in a circle, that's the order that I interacted with him the first time. And it makes sense now. This is when we're supposed to snap for Blythe. So we go down here. This is what we've been waiting for. This is what I somehow saved at the end of last stream. Don't mind me, I'm just swooping up some bugs. So what the fuck is this road for? I'm never gonna understand that. Maybe it's the exit? Maybe it's the entrance? Hello.
Who goes there? Carly sent you, did he?
Yes, he did. Now.
Ever the bloody busybody. Maybe to him you don't seem so strange.
Because he's madness.
I'm looking for a man who goes by Darrowell.
I met him and I died to him.
Somewhere nearby. Or so I've heard.
He was sealed away into jail.
Find him before I do. I can offer you ample reward.
So I already know where he is.
Darrowell is nothing but a traitor, and in need of a fitting end to his tale.
So that could have been me telling him.
And in need of a
So... I need to talk to Selin because I have a scroll. I think now... Hello, Selin. I found something.
Well, have you made up your mind?
Yes. I want to learn sorceries. Actually, I need a bit more time.
We must choose.
Okay. We must choose our masters wisely. See what I mean? She's like, that's a good idea. So are we supposed to just decline everyone's quest? And then on the second loop, we accept everyone's quest? And then the final third loop, we complete... I'm a fucking moron. No? Yes? And then check. That's all I need to write right there. Cool. You meet Bach. He actually just gives you something. So you meet Bach. Yeah, because the people who you would decline... yeah, and then choose your masters carefully. So D saying don't do something. It's like you gotta choose your masters carefully. He's not your master, so you don't need to listen to him, right? You can go kill the thing. And then he acknowledges that, oh, it's actually a good thing that you did that afterwards. This is the right way because there are coffins next to it. I have, and I want to learn sorcery.
Well, you are a piece of work. Very well. You are now my protege in Glintstone sorcery. But I refuse to coddle.
You're a piece of
Those
work!
kind words.
Magnum opus.
Never. Anticipate grievances, young apprentice.
That's funny. Tell me about Glintstone sorcery, Selin.
Our art draws upon the powers embedded in Glintstone. But what is the nature of such power? Glintstone is the amber of the cosmos. Golden amber contains the remnants of ancient life and houses its vitality, while Glintstone contains residual life and thus the vitality of the stars. It should not be forgotten that Glintstone sorcery is the study of the stars and the life therein, a fact lost on most sorcerers these days.
You boy. Okay. She was a spellblade, sword and shield.
Your appetite for learning is impressive. You make me proud to have grown little legs so readily. You must have a fabulous teacher.
Yep. Is it the game complimenting itself? That's so funny.
Apprentice, you are a tadpole when it comes to magic. Infantile.
Okay, so
You have the legs to walk.
I bought the spells too
To
fast.
become a sorcerer, first, you must face your ignorance. Now, shall we start learning?
She's supposed to tell me that before I bought everything, I'm sure. Here. So I mean, I don't think it changes anything, but if you're supposed to share the truth with everyone, then her phrasing of "you have to choose your masters carefully" has a double meaning, in that the masters are the
You wish
people
to
you
continue
give
very
the
well.
scrolls and stuff to. So I think we don't give it to Muriel. We give Selin. Maybe not. That's a tough one. Like, do we give Selin the... Yeah, okay, no, now it's starting to make sense. We would give Selin the scrolls, and if she lives, theoretically, because of the secret thing that I did to let her live. Not even secret, I streamed it, but... It's secret in the game code, I don't know what the fuck it was. The incantations shouldn't be given to Muriel, they should be given to Corrin, because then he gets to live at the end of his quest, and he has all of the knowledge, right? Or maybe it's the opposite. You have to choose your masters carefully. So we don't give the knowledge to Selin. The Royal Academy scroll, we would give it to Muriel. But Muriel doesn't have any dialogue for giving them a scroll, is the thing. Give to a learned sorcerer to acquire new sorceries. Sorcery scroll of the Carrion royal family, the heads of the Academy of Ray Lucaria. Can be given to a learned sorcerer to gain access to the following sorceries: Glintstone, Phalanx, and Carrion Slicer. So... I could imagine that I have to give that to Thelavis, even though I don't like him, because he's the Carrion royal family guy. But I'm gonna make a save state just in case. 4 doors at a time. Four doors of time. There we go. I'm gonna call this before scroll. I want to see how she reacts. Maybe you're supposed to give like the heretical. Like the incantations to Muriel, maybe? Okay. Maybe. So, all right. Muriel is asking questions, right? But is kind of just hinting towards you to search for answers with his questions. Just saying like, how peculiar, I wonder. And then Selen's whole thing is looking for like magical answers through sorceries, and Corin's whole thing is looking for incantations answers, right? So now I just want to hear what she says if I do give her a scroll. Royal House Scroll.
Is that a scroll? Takes me back to my academy days. Very well. This is sorcery with which I'm not entirely unfamiliar.
Okay,
I'll be sure to
so
incorporate it into one of your lessons. Never lose that inquisitive spirit, my apprentice.
alright, so you do kind of need that dialogue because it's her revealing that she is royal. Because she's like, oh, I recognize this scroll. It's a Royal Academy scroll. Only Carrion royals would know this. What the fuck are you talking about? It's like, she kind of gives it away. Because no matter which scrolls you give her, if she says, I'm familiar to this with a Royal Academy scroll, I mean, she recognizes Royal Academy spells. Bestowed upon the enchanted Carrion Knights who combined this art with their swordsmanship to maintain pressure upon their foes, striking in waves of steel and sorcery. Even among the Carrion sword sorceries, this is a notably effective technique.
You wish to continue the very well.
She's just a graven head all of a sudden. What the fuck?
There you are. Shall we commence the lesson?
Okay. So those scrolls would circle us back around here. I wonder how that maths out. Or if the scrolls are supposed to go to specific people. I should have checked that before I gave her that scroll, but... Actually, there are 3 people who can learn sorcery scrolls, and there are 3 sorcery scrolls. I think I just pieced it together. I'm gonna look at which ones are located near who, and or associated with which quests, and we might be able to piece it together if that is something you need to do, right? Everyone needs to live and get all of their destined deaths, question mark? Or I guess it's like also you can change destiny. Okay. So something wasn't quite right just now. We've already been here. I've already went in and died. So this is gonna be the same thing as the dragon, where I need to go in and die, and then his summon sign appears. Is that it? Or will it appear inside of the Everjail? Okay, it's inside of the Everjail. Thank God. I was worried that I'd have to circle all the way back around to Blythe again.
Narrow. Rotting in a cell is no true justice. No. This is where it ends for you.
Okay, so Blythe says rotting in a cell is no true justice. And this is where it ends for you. So if you go by that logic... then Blythe's double meaning would be this is where his quest ends after he's been sealed away. So you set him free from the jail. He's not rotting in jail anymore, but that's where it ends for him, right? You don't need to kill him. Which is what I thought. He's kind of defending Iggy, even in death. Iggy tells you you're wrong and he's wrong for wanting him dead. And you were wrong for killing him after his death, which is a little fucked up, but...
Right. There you are. Had to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word. Here's your prize.
So is this supposed to be on the way back up? No. It makes more sense with the way that the lines are laid out, that you would circle, like... right? Because this is pointing now this way. Back to the main road. And then it's also coming off of the road in that same angle. So if you're crossing like that, it's exactly what it lines up with. Ley lines. Okay, so.
Oh yes. I should say, if you venture north to Raya Lucaria, and come across a venerable blacksmith who's a little
If you venture north.
tell him I sent you, and he'll be sure to treat you right. I owe you one, I reckon.
I'm also noticing when they say if you're supposed to do something, that means you're not supposed to do that yet. If you mean to do this, turn back. If you mean to do this, this is what you should do. It's like, I don't mean to do that yet, but it's good to note for later.
That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted ways. That's enough chit-chat for now. It's time we parted.
Time we parted ways. So he's going north. Back to Raya Lucaria. Right? The next time we meet him is up here in Ronnie's Rise. When she tells us to go meet him in Siofra. So no matter what, he's going northward. He never winds up south. So if we're splitting from each other right here, I am to go south. How fucking convenient is this wind tunnel that's directly south? Alright. Who put that St. Trina's lily there? That's a hell of a spot for a lootable item, isn't it? Especially a blue one that I would suggest is mandatory for this secret path. Oh, I know where it's gonna take me, but... Just in case it's mandatory, thought I'd follow it. Crazy is my shit isn't even a theory anymore. It's just like the game is telling me words that line up with exactly what I guessed. It's like, oh, this would be a snake over here, and then there's a snake over there. It's like, that's not a theory, that's just... I don't even know what the fuck you would call that. That's deciphering the lore at that point. It's like, oh, if all of these things I said were true, it would give me a black flame incantation. And then it gives me like a Glowmite Queen black flame incantation key item. And it's like, this is very important and connects the whole story. I'm like, fucking, alright, well. So you're supposed to go up to the top and take the plunge. Am I walking back out here? Hello? That's a lot of blood. This is just the exit, isn't it? Remember to use your I'm gonna make a YouTube short that's just helping the community. It's like, are you sick of invasions? I'm gonna make like a fucking infomercial. Are you sick of invasions? Do you hate the areas as they are and don't want them any worse than they have to be? Are red spirits ruining the fun of your game? Activate the White Cipher Ring. Allows you to automatically request for a hunter from another world to come to your rescue when your world is invaded. You put it on, you set it, and you forget it. No, but actually, one of the Lost Mystic codes said to have been bestowed by the Two Fingers. You just activate it once and then you never activate it again. You just don't worry. Anytime you're in multiplayer, if you get invaded, I'll show up. St. Trina, so I needed to go into this cave. Wait. Ow. Alright. I didn't want to get stuck into a corner. Well, I tried to heal. What I get. The best thing to do is just, as you enter, spam summon. If they don't have a projectile. Because most of the time, they're not going to be able to. There we go. Fighting a bear. I need to change my Ash of War, god damn it. I do like no damage compared to my other ones. That Ash of War is so hard. No, just kidding. It's good, but only when you really need it. I really did not need it. Bleed is so much better for my build. Oh, fuck. Okay, so this is the kind of thing I was talking about, right? I cannot get out of this dungeon. There is an absolute 0 chance of me getting out of this dungeon unless I take that shortcut right there. So this is what I mean. Like there are certain, like if you're seeking 100% completion, right, you need to come in here for 2 reasons: the blue item on the ground and the boss drops an item, but there's no way back out. So it's like this cave is kind of telling you there's no way out, right? Unless what, you're supposed to save this and everyone like it for the last, like the very end of the game, but then it still doesn't apply because you can't leave except with this. So that's the only thing that I'm like, all right, the game is kind of telling me you can take these shortcuts because you can't not take them, right? Like there's no way out of here now. I'm stuck. Right? So I mean, I guess you could use this. Stand before the Elden Ring, become the Elden Lord. Fuck! I guess you are supposed to use this. I don't want to take this shortcut. I see no other choice. Why is it always death? Yeah. Well, I mean, I did make a save state. There's no other. So here's my theory, right? I am not. God damn, I can't even like really explain my theory because this is the one teleporter covered in leaves, so you can't see what I'm talking about. But they look like Sites of Grace, but smaller and taller with more spiral to them. Instead of it looking like a person, it looks like a spiral, right? So if Marika is the snake, the spiral as opposed to the dragon. Oh, okay, so that makes it so Hoarlu and Marika aren't related. If she is the Glomide Queen, because then she would be the Snake Bonnie Village goddess, right? That's why Mesmer got the snake, and Hoarlu is of the birds, which are dragons, right? So it's dragons and snakes are like the dichotomy, right? So Mesmer would be a snake dragon, which is why it's a snake with wings. And he would represent Jormungandr in the roots, an abyssal serpent in the roots of the in the world tree's roots, devouring the roots, right? Eating the grace, right? Anyone who shows up that had the grace stripped from them is to die, right? It is a branching path pruned by Mesmer. That's actually insane. Because if everyone in the Golden Order and all the Tarnished and the grafted scions, right, are representing branches of trees and a lineage, then he is pruning the roots like Jormungandr by killing Tarnished, those who had grace stripped of them. That's fucked. That's fucked. It explains the story a lot more, though. Why he has to do the things he does in a meta sense. Why Marika would force him to do that with his powers, because she knows the truth of his lineage, and why he would need to stay in his homeland, right? Even though it's locked in shadows, it's like she's hiding the truth away there, but also he's ruling over his homeland, essentially. But it's like in a depressive state where he's like, but where's my mom? Why did she abandon me? That's crazy. But that is why I think you're supposed to take the shortcut, because right now we are being guided by the blue light. Let's see. We need to get the horse out for the blue light. Right? You see the blue light that summoned Torrent, and that is like kind of a pale blue that protects this area. Right? This doorway right here. As soon as I walk across this light, Torrent goes away. So the light is tied together. The blue, spirit, water, torrent, wind, water, shit. That's the same as this. Spirits. Watery fire, blue fire spirits. The Glomide Queen, Death Magic, Melina, being purple, would be blue mixed with red. Marika with Radagon. Anyway. That's just a theory, though. A game theory. So if we're not just being guided by grace, we need to be guided by the natural land and spirits. That is actually what just happened with the candlelight. The candlelight thing that just guided us is blasphemous, right? This is like something that the Erd tree hates. A candlelight tree means it's symbolic of the Erd tree burning, right? So they do not like this, even though it reveals secrets to us, right? It literally means the Erd tree does not like the thing that leads you to secrets. Like, what does that tell you about the Erd tree? But that is, I mean, here, there's an item that explains it, right? I don't have to like put words in their mouth. You're a Tarnished, and there's a shield that's like and the Erd tree does not like this at all. Let's see if I have it here. Thought to represent a what the fuck? A prophecy. What the fuck does that word?
Surreptitiously.
Surreptitiously. That's surreptitious. And then like Surreptitious. In a way that attempts to avoid notice or attention. Secretively, yeah. Represents a secretive prophecy of cardinal sin. The lit candle tree design was forbidden. So the ones who reveal secrets to you, I mean, it tells you at the fucking word here, a secret prophecy. I was gonna say that they're tied to prophecy, but I didn't want to make that leap of judgment. But it actually just, it made it for me. The item that I was gonna refer to. So there we go. It's tied to the prophecies, right, and the burning of the Erd tree. I was gonna say they tie you to a secret prophecy, like the coming of the Elden Lord, the secret path through the game, right, that I'm talking about. So you have to follow the blue and the gold. That's my problem, right? Because it's like, it's a shortcut, but the game says to follow the blue light. But if you follow the blue light, you're gonna hit a dead end. But it's like, you can't truly, okay, I said something in my brain and I was saying it out loud and I cut myself off because I realized that, yes, I'm right. You use the blue light to guide you because you can't loop back around. You can't continue the cycle without the blue light. The blue light represents death. You can't continue the cycle without death. That's the fucking story of the game. Like, that's it. That's the whole fucking story of the game. So it's like, okay, so I know now I'm cool to take the blue light shortcuts. You can't continue the cycle without the blue light of death, right? The Glowmide Queen's blue light, because the blue flame, the putrescent night that was called the Glowmide Queen's night in the earlier version. They use blue fire. That's the Glowmide Queen, which would mean it's America. It's not even like kind of. It's like, well, who created Miquella, right? And even in the theories that go against me, it's always America. It's almost only America in the other theories, right? The only opposing theory is it's America or it's America and Radagon, which I think they fused together because of the grafting. Okay, alright, hold on, time out, you guys. That's like 3 bosses. A group of enemies, a fucking chief. I was explaining lore. Actually, don't need to kill you. I just need to kill you. I need to change this bad. They are fearing for their lives. We spare them.
Hey!
Alright. Weird that boss didn't have a proper health bar name when all of the other ones do. I wonder why that is. There's a thing here that you're supposed to get. I'm gonna pretend. Yoink! I got it. You should go there and grab it. It's just behind the thing on the ledge. So, now we go back through the ruins. Didn't expect enemy. Normally we go up. Okay, well, we just got that. So, I don't see a goddamn thing. I see one path that way. Okay. You guys are mad again? Damn, the memory site. Oh, it actually, okay, there's an actual path here. Let's see, does it take us back that way or not? It kind of looks like it does. The enemies are landmarks, by the way. I don't know if I stated that expressly, but think of it in terms of game design, right? There wouldn't be enemies in a place they don't want you to go. What the fuck just fell from the bridge there? Oh, bad. So if there are enemies there, they want you to go there. Maybe they want you to die there and return and realize you can't go through that way, but it is definitely a direction. So sometimes it's a sneak around kind of thing, like Bach says, and sometimes it's a you can't stop me kind of thing. I'm just gonna run through this area. Oh, I just remembered. Change my Ash of War. I never activate my summoning pools. Well, we'll deal with that guy in a bit. Am I actually supposed to grab all these? Just run through this spamming pickup. I think this is a dead end. Yeah. They need these freaking giant pickaxes, and I could just pick it up with my hand. You guys are weak. You guys are weak. This is a dead end, but whatever. Huh. Fuck, I needed that? What's down here? I don't even see anything. Are there not secrets in this tunnel? Have you no secrets for me? Yoink. Thank you. I drank my flask so I didn't drop my stuff. So much faster. Strategically using death to my advantage. Scoot over Oppenheimer. New death just dropped. Very obviously pointing me in this direction. Yoink. The fuck was the point of that? Turn me around. Oh, I'm sure that actually I'm supposed to look at something up there. Whenever it puts you on a ledge overlooking shit. Ah. So we would do this. This is weird as hell. You know which way to the Ailing Village, sir? I mean, it looks like I can just circle around, but then I'd be winding up at Castle Morn. Can I just cross this bridge? Thank you. Flower. Okay, a church. More flowers. Is there like an item over here I'm supposed to grab? Damn, game design is going crazy right now. Look at how the mushroom isn't a blue item, but the St. Trina's lily is a blue item, but they go in the same crafting window. What makes St. Trina's lily so special that it gets a blue frame as opposed to the rawa fruit and the Erd leaf? That would suggest it's a key of some sort, but what is it a key to, right? See, it's like it doesn't quite make any sense. And it's like, well, it's because it doesn't respawn. Well, the smithing stones I've been picking up don't respawn. They're not blue either, so that's not the reason. Like, what? Why are there certain crafting items that are blue, right? Unless it's to tell you you need to circle around and go that way. The mausoleum prowls, cradling the soulless demigod. O Marika, Queen Eternal, he is your unwanted child. So would this... Is this Mesmer? You got Radon, Morgott, Moog. I guess it's a double meaning. The demigod in the mausoleum could be one of Marika's unwanted children, as in like we are all Marika's children, like how people say we are all God's children. And they could mean all of her literal unwanted children, right? The way she treats Margit the Fell, right? Or Mogwin, sealing him underground. She has a bunch of children who she clearly does not want and has abandoned, like Mesmer. So it's like, well, That one, it's not even like a double meaning. It's like, well, take your pick of her unwanted children, right? The mausoleum prowls, cradling the soulless demigod. O Marika, Queen Eternal, he is your unwanted child. You know what I mean? So I did need to go to the Church of Marika. Fuck me. Gonna do this. I think. Hold on. The Church of Pilgrimage. Does Melina have a voice line here? Shouldn't overlook anything. You should take your time and walk from landmark to landmark. I think that's the secret. Yeah, at the Church of Pilgrimage. Stormvale Castle. Yeah, okay, so we skipped Melina twice on accident. So what I need to do is go all the way back to here. I didn't trigger it yet, thank God. But that actually saves me some time. Because I go here, and then just circle around through the road. Go here. It makes a cool Triforce path too, that you wind up here. You're supposed to spiral around. Okay. I think it's good that I didn't rest at the Sites of Grace either, because then it would have fucked up the triggers. It's weird how I keep accidentally finding the right path and then going, okay, I actually need to go back real quick. But I mean, it just happened that way. I didn't make that shit very clear on the listing. That's normally they go off of the code and the way that everyone interacts with them. So it's like, if naturally everyone walks to Stormvale and then turns around, where we should probably go to. Who am I to tell the community they're wrong about everything? It's like, that is pretty blatant. Like, I think they're right about that. So actually, I fucked up the path. Yeah, we go this way because the way we came from is a drop. We can't go that way. We have to go backwards. But now we're above. Yeah. If that's the case, does the game allow you to walk around and tell everybody no? It does seem like you can. I think you tell everybody no the first time, get all of the answers, and then you tell everybody yes the second time. And Selen really hints at that. He's like, choose your masters carefully. It's like, huh. But then again, after I said no to everyone, again, the story makes more sense now. Not just in the right order, but the way people react to you, the perceived personalities of all the characters, right? It's like, it's not just like kind of called into question, but it's the willingness of all of these people to go like, oh, actually you're questioning the Golden Order? That's fine, right? By denying me, who's saying I'm loyal to the Golden Order. Okay, yeah, we were supposed to go this way.
Those who partake in their hunger and surprised.
Game's fucking awesome. Alright, I'm glad I made a save state. Because I'm pretty sure the way that I charted it before is the right way. I said it out loud. Of like going to Blythe, going to Yura, going up and then jumping. I was like, that is exactly what it wants you to do. Because D told you to head towards Rajier now. After looping back around. Which would have been the final third loop. If I turned back around when he told me to. And then came back to him. Oh, I see. Because this is also a circle. Like the entire top ring. That's a loop. That's what it's trying to get me to run. That's why it looked like a bunch of triangles. And there's a triple split road, like a fork in the road here. It's because you're supposed to loop back around, right? Turn it into Kenneth, talk here, go back around. But you're supposed to have talked to her here first. So we're supposed to go here. I actually shouldn't revert my save. I need to do this first. And then I can save it like I did with Blythe. That's so weird how we keep finding ways. So, this is what I'm saying. Melina should have an interaction when I roll into the keep. And when I die to Margit. And after I defeat Margit. If I run in and kill Margit, I miss a bunch. Why is the sacrifice here? Egil's dead. Whatever. I miss a bunch of interactions if I do it the wrong way. So I have to die on purpose. For the full story. For Melina to tell me she's testing me, I need to die to Margit. So that, again, recontextualizes the whole fucking story. She's testing you, right? What kind of person tests you? It's someone that doesn't trust you. So she doesn't truly think you are the chosen tarnished, which means, you know, she's clearly saying she's not the maiden. She can play the role of maiden, but she doesn't guide you as your maiden. She doesn't truly believe in you. She's testing you. So I think we're supposed to keep everyone alive. We're supposed to say no, and then we're supposed to say yes, and then we do the thing, and then they say thank you, and then we tell them to go fuck themselves. So that's essentially the story. We say, yes, you're welcome. Also, I'm in charge now. Weird. My brain wants to go this way. There's a ramp right there. There's got to be like a blue item somewhere in these fields. Something. Yep, that's a hint. Go up there, huh? Cool, thank you. Oh, I don't even need to fucking circle around. Where is this? I've never been up here. Jellyfish Fields? Astrologer connection? Because it's all one big ancient society. Of course there'd be jellyfish. Limgrave Knights, those who live in death, because there's death blight underneath the castle. There's gotta be a fucking item around here somewhere, dude. Okay, this is a white item. I guess that would be pretty important on your first playthrough. Rolling required ahead. spirits and bodies, just as I suspected. The jellyfish are the spirit. The corpses are the physical flesh body, and you would need a rune, a soul, to tie it together. Why are them angry fishies? Excuse me. Holy shit! Okay, they all got mad at me for looting. That's environmental storytelling. So the only other angry jellyfish you come across are ones that are mad that the noble killed the other one. Like there's like a, where you get the spirit jellyfish headpiece. So who did we just loot? Godric soldiers, Ash. Ashen remains in which spirits yet dwell, used to summon the spirits of two of Godric's soldiers. A duo of spirits consisting of a wielder of devastating charged hammer attacks in the vanguard, and a crossbowman bringing up the rear. The soldiers who serve Godric the Grafted are what remains of the army that fled the royal capital of the Erd Tree. So these guys were the ones that were the nobles of the Erd Tree, and they got pushed away. I think I've been up there one time, but I just like circled the side right there and never actually explored that. That's fucking cool. So that is story context. That wasn't a blue item, but that tells you that those jellyfish are protecting the graves of their bodies. The jellyfish are spirits. There is a blue item. I fucking knew it. Like, there's gotta be a blue item over here. And it's the Starlight Shards, because Starlight is amber of the stars, or Glintstone is amber of the stars, souls, soul magic, Glintstone magic, incantations, faith, all that shit. Try suffering. Is this a fucking enemy right here? What? Have I just never been around this area of the map right here? What the fuck is happening? Ow. I don't appreciate getting recycled. You know there's like can presses? So you had to be protecting the... blue item down the hill from you, right? Yeah, because if you were coming down the normal path backwards, that's the only thing you see on the edge of the fucking cliff. So if you didn't see it, you came up here and you looked around, you were, no matter what, gonna see that shit. So there's a staircase down and then a ramp. We already did this. Oh, is that the plunge? You're supposed to jump into the catacombs? That's fucking awesome. What? There's an emote here? Crossed legs. Oh, was this supposed to be the purple land of Saint Trina? Because if this were the sun, it would be gold. It would be gold at the top, which would be yellow. Red and the bottom, which would be dragons. And then turquoise in the... You get life and death and physical body. Rebirth, life, death, and rebirth. The dragons, they cut off rebirth to make it a spiral. Oh, that's ironic. They broke the ring to make it a spiral because they didn't like this spiral. That's fucking deranged. America's evil as shit. And the goddess, snake, abyssal serpent, glowmite queen. How many times does she take her children's eyes to, you know, replace the darkness within it? That would imply, 1, she takes the eyes of people, glowmite queen, darkening their eyes. 2, that there is naturally darkness in her children's eyes to be replaced. She's the glowmite queen. And also, the fact that she knows how to do that at all. She's the glowmite queen. It's like, no matter how many ways you fucking dissect the story, it's like everything points to her. Her children have the glowmite queen's powers. If she stole it, right, then only her firstborn child would have it. Why does Mikola have Saint Trina and Melina have glowmite queen powers, right? There's 2 connections of America's offspring that have glowmite queen connections. Like, that doesn't math out if it wasn't her natural lineage because of the horn scent and Margit the Fell and Godwyn the Golden being born with gold, but Morgott and Mogwyn aren't born with gold, right? They don't get the gold powers because that's not their natural lineage, or that's their natural lineage is like the horn scent powers, right? Not the gold. So they fuck it up, but it's because they don't use borrowed power. They use their natural blood strength. Who's in here? And do I have to die to them? Crucible Knight. Who would? So you die on purpose. Oh, these are like training bosses because you don't actually lose your souls against these guys. You could just go to the Stake of America, the Stake of Death and Rebirth and Revival. Actually, I knew from the beginning that the Stake of America implied that she was death, but I just accidentally said how she... This is a cycle of rebirth, right? This is a statue of rebirth. It isn't a statue of death. It's a statue of coming back to life. A cycle, right? That's what she's trying to make, a cycle, which would double prove that she's got snake heritage. And also, the dragons and rebirth and snakes would be her lineage. Her statue is where you revive and continue the cycle if you die. She's the fucking glowmite queen, god damn it. Alright. So let me think real quick. By my weird twisted logic, Bernal would have helped me with this. What the fuck is this bridge? Where am I? What is happening right now? Why do I keep finding new areas, following the ley lines? I'm like, that's a whole ass zone that I've never walked down. I guess I've been here, but I've never walked this. I've never walked down the path like that. There's a different angle. Okay, noted. Because I know I have one of these talismans. I thought it was up there. I was like, what? There's another bridge? What is happening? Can you get to the top of this? It looks like you can from over there. There's like a dungeon every couple of steps, and you just might miss it if you're not looking. Kinda cool. He's like, my job is to ambush the people on the road. I don't want the smoke. Okay, yeah, and because this is the path backwards, you find the secret. All right. Someone did not want to make this easy to loot. Maybe you're supposed to do this, actually. Because he did say go to Roger, and at D I said, oh, now it's when we would go to Margit. So I think now we circle back around. It feels like it's flowing a little too well. I think I just hit the jump after Blythe a little too early. I think Blythe has moved up like one step on the cycle. Yeah. Because no matter what, if I was walking back from D or I was walking back from Roderica, you would see the same map layout. It's all pointing in... Who did, like... Who did this? Who fucking mapped this place out? They did so good, it's kind of crazy. Actually, it's like 100 people. That's why it's so well laid out. It's like someone was probably just in charge of doing the barricades. So now I should make a save state because she's gonna mention. I'm like holding an arrow. All right. Should be a cutscene. No. Okay. I think it's after I die. So I won't summon Rajier. We go in. And we die on purpose. That sounds like the most bullshit excuse. I'm here to die on purpose.
In search of the Elden Ring.
Yes.
Emboldened by the flame of ambition.
Why did that sound like a compliment that time?
Someone must extinguish thy flame.
Yes.
Let it be Margit.
Let it be Margit the Fell. Okay, so he literally tells you, let me kill you. Okay. If I'm listening to the serpent and the world, can you hit a little harder? We only got 3 minutes. Thank you.
Foolish ambitions to rest.
He's telling you to turn around, which also, honestly, yes. So you can't go to round table hold right until, yeah, so you see you would miss this entirely,
Forgive me. I've been...
or it would still happen, but it would be a different
to see
context.
whether or not grace truly does guide you, and whether you are fit
So
to
if
face
grace
the
is where
challenge
you
that entails.
respawn when you die, you
It
need to be
seems
guided
my
by
worries were
dying?
unfounded. Torrent had your measure from the very
What the
start,
fuck?
whereas I merely pretended.
Like with Yura's
There is
quest?
but one other thing
What
I
the
can do to
fuck?
offer you guidance.
You need to
I can take
die?
you to the round table hold.
Oh, so you do go to round table. So I need to tell her no.
Guided by grace.
Tell her you are off to round table hold. Okay, okay, okay. So we've met Irina by now. We did need to do that. That's very backwards. You needed to meet Melina, Irina, and then Fia. Then Rena. Not Ronnie, but Rena. So now we've met Melina. And you need to meet him in that order is the particular thing. So we met Melina, we met Irina. Right? Melina hasn't revealed her true self to us yet. She said she was testing us. So now she's revealing her true self. But that's fucking crazy. So wait. Am I supposed to run through... Caelid? When D tells me to? No, because he tells me to turn around. Right? I think I did a good thing on accident refusing the round table hold. No. We're good. Right? How would that even be possible? Can you meet Lita before you meet Millicent? Yeah, I guess you can. What the fuck? What is happening right now? So I think what you would need to do is you get turned around here. I didn't know that you could go into Stormvale Castle and meet Rajier. So you would meet Rajier, Sorcerer Rajier, and then you would die to Margit, and then get sent to Round Table Hold. I think I was supposed to do Fia's quest, or Hayeda's quest down there before coming back up here. That was actually on the right track. And then me not... accepting Round Table Hold helps me. Telling people no has been helping me so much. That is definitely the way to do it. Alright. I'm gonna die again just to get Rajier out of here. The game wants you to die. The game wants you to die. The only way Lindell's moat would make sense is if gravity is suspended right where it's at, by the way. Because there's supposed to be a hole down to the bottom of the fucking world, so this moat doesn't make sense unless the world is influenced by anti-gravity magic. Thought I'd point that out. So because there's water flowing both down onto it and up into it from below. It is crazy. There's a water wheel right here, by the way, for anyone wondering what the fuck I'm talking about. Okay. So now I guess I could beat Margit the Fell as long as I don't accept the Accord. I got the line of dialogue, and he isn't a remembrance boss, so... Well, actually, I want to summon Rajier. So we're backing off the cliff again. I should explain myself as to why I'm going to summon people. It's actually the opposite of what people normally think. It's not to make the boss easier. When you summon people, it makes the boss harder. It gives them more health, right? So in the game's eyes, the hardest, highest scaling version of the boss is when you summon the people for it, right? Because they could die at the beginning, and then you're just fighting a harder version of the boss, so that is why. If they don't do at least half of the boss's health, they didn't actually do what they were supposed to do, so. Thanks, Rajier. Alright.
Smoldering with thy meager flame, cower in fear of the night. The hands of the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter.
I have no idea what the fuck that's supposed to mean. Cower in fear of the night, the fell omen shall brook thee no quarter. I mean, it's a cut content reference, I think. He's supposed to actually hunt you at night. During the nighttime, in-game, it's like a roaming boss that would track you down and fight you to the death. So I think that's what he's supposed to be referencing there. So like the double meaning doesn't actually have a double meaning anymore, sadly, because of cut content, which is why it's like I have to fucking decipher the game's story. Okay. No fast travel. What I think I'm supposed to do is he says another fool, who he's referencing Rajier, we learn later. So he says another fool and turn around. So he's saying turn back around and go to Margit the Fell, right? But Margit the Fell is supposed to defeat us, as you saw. We get a new line of dialogue from Melina. And then she's saying I was testing you, go to Round Table Hold. I think this is the start of Fia's quest, so we need to have done Irina's quest. So I got like Irina confused with Hyetta, strangely enough. Irina needs to go because she's the true identity of Hyetta. So we need to experience this loss and death of a maiden for Negrito to happen truly in the story, because it's about the death and marriage of and the mourning, loss, and rebuilding of the Adonis and all that shit. So we would need a maiden to die for that part of the story to make sense. So I think we do need to come back down here and do all that before we do Round Table Hold and talk to Fia. So we go back around. I'm gonna talk to Yura. Patches. Then there might be a jump up here. Actually, I think there's like true water here. You can't go around. This is like a dead end. We jump up to like right about here. This is as far as you can go on Patches's quest in this inner ring. So we descend down. Oh, I see. We go back, and that's when you would do this. Okay. That's what it was trying to guide me towards before. I see the ley lines now. Kind of like it's like water. I can't believe I was just gonna say it's flowing like water. That's the point. Okay. I'm gonna call it here because there is much to do, and I've been working on my own game. It is not a Souls-like. It has nothing to do with this. It's a co-op split screen multiplayer game. That's a horror game that I was trying to make with my nephew. He was like over hanging out and wanted to see how I design games, and he loves like Five Nights at Freddy's and all these like kid horror games. So I was like, I will help you design a game, right? And we were, you know, talking about game design and having fun, and he wanted me to actually make the game that he was talking about, so we did, and it was hilarious. It was like your Sonic. He likes the Sonic.exe. What the fuck is it called? Friday Night Funkin', like mods and stuff. So we made a game where you're getting chased by the Sonic and all of his friends that are monsters, and then you pick up like a rainbow Chaos Emerald and you shoot them with like a beam of light, and they all just turn into normal Sonic. It took like a day to make, but he had fun with it. You start off in like a jail cell and you find a key that he designed. He like drew a key out, and I 3D modeled it. It was fun. So, but it got me into a game design mentality from there. So people really like this message. I am going to take a break from Elden Ring for a while and work on a different game. Not that Sonic EXE project, but I realized I had a bunch of assets. Not even just like a bunch. Humble Bundle, right? Like I just love full transparency. Humble Bundle, you pay like $35, and sometimes, let me show you what I'm talking about. Not sponsored, by the way. So people know Humble Bundle for the games, right? Everybody loves the games that Humble Bundle gives out. You get Xbox games, you get like a big collection of, it's a bundle, right? And it's for charity. Your money goes towards charity, which is most notable, right? You see, the proceeds go to charity. So a portion of the bundle proceeds go to charity, more noticeable. But software, this is like, this changed my life right here. And that sounds like, oh, that's a, no, actually, software, game dev bundle for Unreal and Unity, right? They have these kinds of things all the time. How to 3D model, 3D models themselves. Companies do an entire bundle of their assets. CAD professional bundle. That's pretty cool actually, because that could help you with like making accurate building maps, CAD files and stuff. My aunt was an architect. She was just talking to me about that, which is funny. She went to school for that. It's the only reason I know what the fuck that is. I don't use those 3D models. I don't know how to work with them. Anyway, you see, it's like ruins environment map generator, procedural generation, I think, for all these different areas in Unity or Unreal assets. There, it tells you the price. It's like $70. You pay $35 and you get $2,000 worth of value from all. You get all of this for $35. I know. It sounds bullshit, but I have like $15,000 worth of video game assets on my Unity store profile. Because I've been doing this for months and months over like the course of a couple of years now. And yeah, I could essentially just make my own video game studio. So I was like listing out my video game assets, the ones that I have downloaded onto my hard drive that aren't in the store, that I can't just throw into an engine, and then there's the ones that are connected to my account officially, which some of these just connect straight to your account with a code, if it's like a Unity asset store link. I like these kinds of things, but when it's not like if it takes you not to the Unity store, this is what I'm talking about, right? So if I buy that bundle, it will put these on my Unity like account, and then I can just open up a Unity project and load this shit into my game straight from the fucking launcher. So not all of them do that. I should give you a little warning. It's annoying to have to go sort through your assets and download them all before the time runs out and shit, but goddamn, these kinds of bundles every month, I can make any kind of video game I want. Like, before it was like, oh, I don't know how to make a video game. It's like, even From Software, these assets, right, that they're using are bundled. They didn't 3D model everything in the game. They used asset packs. Hate to pull back the layer of all of the fantastic artwork in the game, but they cobbled together pieces, right? Like this golden trim right here looks like it's just glued onto the edge. If you really look at it, it like aligns itself really well, but it's just kind of stuck there, right? Like if you look at the top, all of the molding right here is just clipping into each other, right? This is just an asset glued to another asset with a trim asset in between. Like this fucking gold thing is not part of this asset that we're looking at, but you don't notice that when you're walking through. It's like this was probably a broken stone path without gold trim, and they realized that they can make the gold trim look added on as part of the story, which again, it's a little bit meta, but data miners already found the asset packs that the game uses for some of the 3D models. But if there's a specific thing, right, like how this shield looks so goddamn crisp, but it's using heraldry related to the story of Elden Ring, right? All of these symbols mean something on the shield. They have hired 3D model, or 3D modelers to make this kind of asset. They would get a shield and then add the things onto it, or they would just make the shield from scratch entirely. They would have like a 3D modeler for armor, right? And then they'd have like an environmentalist designer who they give all of these assets to, and then they spruce them up for Elden Ring, right? Make them all work. So that's how game design works, and I'm gonna have fun doing it. It actually doesn't take away anything from Elden Ring, because it's like someone did 3D model this. It's not like AI generated. It's just a designer artfully said it should go here for story reasons, and then an environmental designer put it there, right? And then added the actual in-engine details to it, right? Like they might have concept art sketched this stuff out and then found assets and stuff to block it out, and then added their own specific 3D models to it, like the top parts of the statues and stuff, things that seem a little out of place. Ironically, the story is that it's a little out of place, so it fits and you don't think twice about it. So, and then like this pathway right here, you can just kind of make with a bunch of these rocks, right? Like this stone right here. I'm noticing how they make the maps actually. Now that I'm pointing these things out, I'm like, damn. So this is probably like this dirt path is one layer, and then this stone path was gonna get set down on top of it, so they dug out the mesh after blocking it out, and then laid the path on top of it. As you can tell by this seam right here, that this brick is just laid on top of this dirt path. Like, these aren't one mesh. This is a mesh of a, like a pathway on top of a mesh model of a dirt, like, platform. And then they've strung the platforms together to make the bridge you fight on down there. And then they transition it with this pathway right here. Right, this is probably the end of the pathway. Yeah, because there's clipping right there. That's funny. You see, like, when you point it out, it's like, oh shit, it is a bunch of assets. See, like this brick, like this thing right here, isn't part of this stairs railing. This was added here. And then now that I point it out, it's like, oh yeah, duh. But you can look in through the camera. You can see the face is gone. You see how you can like see through the map underneath it? That is telling you that, here, like right down here. Look at this part where my knee is. Right? So it's like that mesh and this mesh and the stair mesh are all three different things. Game design. Anyway. I'm gonna go do that. I'm gonna go have fun, make some levels and shit. I designed like a very basic bare bones game. Like, essentially I made a game with my nephew, which was fun, and then it inspired me to make a game that I could play with my nephew the next time he comes over to visit as a surprise. And I'll be like, look, this is a horror game I made that we can play together. It's a split screen co-op game. Because every time he's over, it's like, I want to play video games with you. And then we have like the same 3 video games to play. And I'm like, well, we beat all these and there aren't really co-op games out right now. People don't really make co-op games because it's about greed, right? Let's get into game design. Most people don't want to make multiplayer co-op games, right? Because why would I make a game where 2 people can play it at the same time when I can make a game where 2 people have to buy 2 separate copies to play together, right? In terms of marketing, one is viewed less good, right? One isn't as good in the eyes of the consumer, but it's better in the eyes of the accountants at the company, right? Which one do you think that is? The one that fucking sucks for players but makes the company more money, or the one that lets players sit on the couch and have fun together, right? A fun game, but it potentially dips into the pockets of developers. Because I think the opposite is true. If I'm playing Smash Bros at my friend's house, right, because it's a couch co-op game and I'm having fun, I'm more inclined to not just play the game but enjoy it and think, damn, I should get this game. So it's like, sometimes it's the opposite. Couch co-op games are the most fun and successful games ever because it's a demo built into word of mouth. So it's like it's just something to make accountants happy. It's stupid that the industry has got rid of couch co-op games, but I just explained. They would rather 8 people buy 8 copies than 8 people play 1 copy of Smash Brothers 8-player, right? So I'm gonna go make a co-op game. I'll see you.